few days ago, I built a Lego Disney princess castle in a fish tank. The fish tank was for the daughter of a friend at work, a little girl turning 6 years old. I had 3 major challenges. First, I had to do it in one day. Second, with less than $100. Third, to make the birthday girl very happy. In this video, I'll show you how I did it. It was 10 in the morning when I found a 5.5 gallons fish tank at Petco for just $11.49 thanks to a sale. The theme was Beauty and the Beast, so I thought it would look nicer if it was pink. I needed to paint the black edges pink, so I got everything ready on the table. I had some paint left over from other projects, so it didn't cost me anything. I planned to paint it white first and then pink. I put tape on it so I wouldn't paint the glass, just the plastic parts. But something went wrong early on. Before I put the tape on, I wanted to check the size of the background I got printed at Staples for $10 that day. It showed the enchanted rose from Beauty and the Beast that I made with a cool program called Midjourney, but I forgot to laminate it. It was just paper, and if it got near the water filter, it would get ruined. So I had to go back to Staples, wasting more time and money. In the meantime, I began painting the aquarium's edges white because the white paint was ready. I spent the next 40 or 50 minutes painting each part carefully, including the aquarium's filter, which was $14 on Amazon, and the light for the aquarium, costing $9.97, important for the fish's home. After finishing, it all started to look way better. Right before I was done, my wife said she could help with the pink paint, so I took the chance to go laminate the background at Staples. Even though I wanted to save money, spending $5 on lamination was something we had to do. When I got back, I saw my wife had painted everything pink, including the filter and the light. With 2 layers of pink paint, it looked awesome. To finish, I added a clear coat to keep the paint safe from water. Then, after cleaning up any little spots of paint, I put our special enchanted rose background on the back of our fish tank with some tape. We put everything together, and it was time to build the Lego castle. The Lego set was a good deal on Amazon for $28. Our birthday girl loves Beauty and the Beast. We weren't sure how the Legos would look underwater, so we started by sorting them out. The Lego set showed us different castle designs instead of giving step-by-step directions. Luckily, my wife could help. At first, we weren't sure how to do it, but we figured it out. We also had to fill the aquarium with water to put the castle in and get rid of any air trapped in the Lego pieces. We found there was only one way to build it using most of the pieces. We decided to place it right in the middle of the aquarium, which was perfect because it didn't take up too much room. This way, we could add plants around it. In an hour, we had it all set up. Now it was time to put the whole aquarium together. First, I used some sand I already had, but before adding the sand, I put some nutrient capsules in the bottom for the plants to eat later. These were $3.50 on Amazon. I wasn't sure they were good, so I used a few, maybe too many, but they take a while to break down. Then I added the sand, making sure it was deep enough for planting. The amount was about the same, a 5-pound bag you can find on Amazon for $9. I'll put a link in the description. I smoothed the sand with my hand and made sure the front was lower than the back. I made a little spot for our castle to sit perfectly. Something I always keep in mind for any aquarium is to fill half of the aquarium with plants, because it means I don't have to change the water as much. The plants will do the work. With the castle in place, I added some white pebbles I got from Amazon for $6. You can find similar stones at Petco for about $5. I also put in some pink gravel I got from Temu for $2 to make the seam look nicer and ensure our castle and background stood out. I thought it would give a more elegant touch to the white sand and help the castle stand out. After that, there was just one more step. Since I wanted to save money and I have too many aquariums, I decided to use some plants I already had. I made some cuttings from the plants in my other aquariums. I also got some cuttings from my little greenhouse where I keep aquatic plants growing above the water. But you can find good deals on plants at local fish stores, especially for small aquariums. For instance, you can get a bunch of 5 plants for $20. In my view, you only need 3 or 4 types of plants to start a small aquarium. I put the shorter plants in the front. I'm not great with plant names, but I think they're called dwarf sagittaria, one of the best plants for beginners. There wasn't much room, so I chose stem plants that grow tall through the back. I tied them together with small rubber bands to keep them in place. Once everything was ready, I added water, which made planting easier. I placed the plants randomly, making a lively scene. Suddenly, the aquarium came to life, looking like a little underwater world. I even put some floating plants on top. For more variety and color, having different plants is important because they provide shade and clean the water, making less work for the birthday girl. We finished the aquarium in one day with the castle and plants all set up. It all cost $99.40, right under what we planned to spend. Now, we just had to see if the birthday girl would be happy. Here's her reaction.
The birthday girl's in the house. Miss Madeline Grace.
What is this? Is my fishy in there?
Not yet. Your fishy's over here getting used to the water.
You touch my fishy hole. You touch my fishy hole.
How do you love this tank?
It's so wonderful.
Do you love it?
Yeah.
Look, go down and look at the background. You can see the rose in the background of the tank. You see it? What do you think?
It feels so cold.
Yeah, it's a little cold, right? I know. I gotta get a heater.
I love it.
Look how beautiful.